We are getting you ready for our inbound winter storm early next week, but if you're heading out this evening for your Saturday, we still have a couple of showers. It's been a very warm day in the 70s. It certainly doesn't feel like there's a winter storm inbound, but you can notice radar still tracking a couple of these showers. They're going to be with us this evening. Now, the colder air starts to filter in tonight, so after tonight, it gets cold and it stays cold all of next week. We'll be in the 40s tonight on the South Shore. North Shore is going to drop into the upper 30s tonight, so we don't have a freeze to worry about. Now, you can see that cold air, 52 Shreveport, 24 in Oklahoma City. That's the true cold air, but look at this. Gets even worse, and that true Arctic Siberian air, it is locked and loaded. It is coming down towards the Great Lakes region early next week. And no, we're not going to be that cold, but we are going to have some very cold temperatures, and that winter storm is going to be brewing. So here's what the next 3 days look like. You still have tomorrow to prepare. Monday is dry, but it is going to be cold. We have a hard freeze North Shore Monday morning, light freeze on the South Shore, but upper 20s here on the South Shore Monday morning. Monday afternoon, we'll climb to about 40. We will watch some clouds blow in, and then the winter storm really starts going Tuesday morning and really Monday night into Tuesday morning. All of Tuesday, we're dealing with that potential for snow, sleet, and ice, and then it'll wrap up Tuesday night, and it is going to be very cold Tuesday night, especially if we have snow and ice on the ground. So let's walk you through the timing and show you some of our high-resolution models. This is the first high-resolution model you are seeing of the potential winter storm because we are finally getting close enough. So here we are Monday night at 11 o'clock. Notice not a lot going on. It's cold. We've got temperatures in the 30s. You see to the west, they're already starting to see some wintry precip Monday night out towards Lafayette and Lake Charles. That will steadily spread our direction. This is early Tuesday morning before sunrise. We're probably waking up Tuesday with some icy roads in spots. You can see they're isolated, but it's filling in. What you're seeing in blue is snow. What you're seeing in pink is a mix of sleet and snow and maybe a little freezing rain closer to the coast here. So this is going to be the hard part of, well, any winter forecast, but especially this one, is determining where is that sleet and snow line. You can see here it's dividing the area. Snow mainly to the north, sleet and snow here to the south, with even some cold rain and freezing rain closer to the coast. Once we get into Tuesday morning and afternoon, you can see some of those dark blues. That's that potential for heavy snow. And really that story is sleet and snow south of the lake, mostly snow to the North Shore. Then as we get into Tuesday afternoon at noon, it's still coming down. So you can see why this really is looking like a very impactful storm to our region. That'll all wrap up by Tuesday night. So here it is. This is my first hand-drawn accumulation map. This is not models. This is me looking at lots of models and coming up with what I think is going to happen. Heaviest snow to the north. There's going to be a corridor somewhere probably north of I-12 and north of I-10 out here towards Baton Rouge and to the north where 4 to 8 inches of snow is looking likely. North Shore, we're saying 3 to 6 inches of snow and sleet. Now, what's hard about a snow forecast is trying to predict how the sleet's going to impact it, because sleet can really do a number on snow totals. Right now here in the metro area, the bayou parishes, the river parishes, calling for 1 to 3 inches of sleet and snow and maybe a little freezing rain, and then the closer you get to the coast, less and less accumulation. You just start to get into a cold rain, perhaps right there in Grand Isle and into Buras. So these are the numbers right now, but caution, we're going to update these daily, probably a couple times a day. We still have 3 days to iron out these details, but the trend will be for heavier snow to our north and then getting into sleet and snow the closer you get to New Orleans. Now, there are some scenarios that bring in more snow or less snow. Why we're going to have some sleet probably. There is this warm layer going to try to work its way in about 5 to 10,000 feet up. Snowflakes fall into that, they melt, they refreeze and turn back into sleet. How far that warm nose edges into our area will determine, do we see more sleet or do we see more snow? And that's a very hard thing to forecast. So most likely right now we're forecasting 3 to 6 inches North Shore, 1 to 3 South Shore. Let's say that warm nose doesn't get all the way here and it just stays mostly snow. There are some scenarios that have some very impressive snow totals. Now, if it's a bust, let's say that warm nose moves further inland and most of us deal with sleet and maybe a freezing rain event. Well, then that knocks down your snow total. So those are the opposite ends of the spectrum. Right now we're going somewhere in the middle, but no, there could still be some changes. Big heads up outside of the snow and ice chances. It is going to be cold. There's your freezing temperatures really all morning long, all week long here on the South Shore. North Shore, you've got a hard freeze nearly every single morning next week. That's where you got to drip those pipes. So North and South Shore, make sure you are protecting your pipes and everything else. Here's that 7-day forecast. Tomorrow should be okay to get those last minute things done. Windy and cold on Monday, and then that winter storm moving in Tuesday.